Hello, and thank you for joining me for episode 29 today. I'm doing things just a little bit different as I sit here and watch this traffic jam unfold on this roundabout, and just a few things that I want to point out going into this. First off, I have the zoning toolkit mod back. It got an update recently that seems to have made it work a little bit better. I've used it in a few places, but for the most part, I just wanted to say that it's back for now. Also, I have utilized another mod called Realistic Trips, and it is partially responsible for this traffic jam you're seeing here. It makes the traffic and pedestrians act accordingly to the time of day, which is down here. So, being that it's almost 10 p.m. in SimCity time, or City Skylines time, or game time, however you want to call it, it is, well, quite a catastrophe, as you can see. And got all this traffic backed up all over here, and that is kind of unusual for 10 p.m., but that's also because I have been busy trying to remedy the high density demand that this city has been requesting. And for the keen-eyed viewers, you may have noticed that I am not starting off in Terra Prime today. I am actually in my other city that I've been talking so much about, called Winchristie. And this is my testing grounds for everything that I do in Terra Prime. Sorry. Almost can't remember the name of my cities. Go figure. Anyways, yeah, so this is my testing grounds for Terra Prime, and as you can see, as my game decides what it's going to do, I have just been hard at work trying to figure out certain layouts for trying to make things run a little smoother. There's a whole bunch of people that are moving in down here, all this area over here, and this is actually very, very recent, which is why there's a traffic jam here. They're all coming in at the same time, and the recommendation to start off slow, to build slow, couldn't be more true, because, well, this is what happens. You build a whole bunch of these things at once, and you get traffic jams. So, even in the middle of the night. So, yeah. Since I'm here, I wanted to go ahead and just kind of give you guys a tour of what it is I've been doing. And I mentioned at one point that I was going to share this city, or at least I was thinking about sharing this city. And yeah, so I figured, why not? Let's just do something a little bit different today and come on over to, well, as I said before, my testing ground. So this is just a little peninsula slash home island, residential island. This is a low income, or not really low income, it's a middle income, just all low density houses like these over here, and just on that island. And all these guys are over here because this little demand meter refuses to do low density and medium density demand. So it's only wanted high density stuff, and so that's what it's been getting. I've just been doing little 2x2 squares, 2x3 squares. In most cases, I've found that these are fairly decent sized buildings. They shouldn't create too much of a problem, but boy, do they make for a traffic situation. And speaking of traffic, parking is a nightmare right now. All these people are moving in. I'm not sure exactly where they're going. I don't know what the deal is here. But all these people are moving in the middle of the night, so that's why there is so much traffic going here. I think they're just kind of giving up and leaving. which is the reason for the nightmare traffic jam. And this is a big old cul-de-sac that leads to nowhere, so these guys are having fun getting in there. But one thing I wanted to mention with these parking lots is, obviously you can tell they're custom, and that is with the pathways, more specifically the invisible road, and what is it, two-way pathways and pedestrian pathways. So driving lanes and parking spots, and some of it utilizes this just two-way, two-direction network. And so I've been practicing with some of these. I haven't gotten into any of the detailing stuff yet. As you can see down here, there's just a blank canvas, and no shrubbery, no curbs, no nothing to make that look fancy other than a slightly curved surface. So yeah, it's one of the more recent things that I've been working on. I've also been, let's see, I got the vehicle factory over here. This is a some type of shopping center that's kind of a work in progress. And so I'm starting I originally did the custom parking lot thing here in one other place that I thought I started it. Maybe it was here. Yeah, I think it was here. And I'm just figuring out how they work, and just realizing that they don't need to move it here for a second, that these guys don't need to connect to the roads in order for the cars to get into these into these networks, these pathways here. So that took a little bit of trial and error. That was fun. But yeah, it's just a slow work in progress, and eventually this is going to be this one big shopping center type deal. It's going to be smaller things in here, probably more parking here in the middle once I figure out this thing better. It's going to replace these guys, which I noticed the big parking lots are, they're noise pollution thingy contributors. I don't know why. There's nobody in them. Take that off, bring it back up. So yeah, these are, well, it says sources. I guess it would be a high source. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not reading this right. But terrain color, noise pollution sources, traffic noise. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of it here. And the only reason I even noticed this, wow, that's getting really bright, really crazy, really fast. The only reason I even noticed this is because my happiness thing says it's a -1 down there for high noise pollution. As you can see over here, average noise pollution is 7%. So I don't know. I just got to looking at that, and then I noticed the empty ass parking lots are a prime contributor to noise pollution, even though there's nobody in them. So go figure. Turn that back off, close that out. So yeah, just what I've been tinkering with the last little bit here. I've added some urban elementary schools to combat the ridiculous amount of lack of schooling that's going on for the youngsters. Close that out. And that's been part of the population boom. And believe it or not, well, for those who've already gotten past this, but I'm just now getting past it, there is an endless chain of little kids that just come out of this building, and it is quite the thing to see. I need to figure out some other pathway thing, like what I did with this area over here, some type of elevated pathway where they do not block up the roads, because I started doing that kind of over here and working it into the neighborhood over here. And then there's a little bit of it going on over here to free up this roundabout, but where they come from, it's all of this over here, and then they go down the street, they block up all the streets and crosswalks here. I could probably take a few of them out, but yeah, they block up all this stuff, and then traffic builds up forever. So that's fun. So that's an idea that I've started implementing, just elevated pathways and just getting them more into the nitty gritty of this area here. And this may or may not look somewhat familiar to what I've been doing in Terra Prime, because for the most part it's kind of the same layout. Like I tried to, like I said in other videos, I've been trying to use this city as inspiration for what I would do in the other one, and lo and behold, I lose track of what's been done where. But yeah, this is why. Like this, the rockstar musician, whatever, he got his own little island out here. So there's that. There's this little park thing, and some of these trees could probably go. I don't know why they're all the way down there in the water like that, but oh well. It's one of my first attempts at trying to detail, if you want to call it that, with these little bushes here, just lining the road. So yeah, that was just a walking path type park, and I don't know, I'll probably do more of those in the future, but for now that's just me practicing with it. Let's see what else we got going here. So my technical university was supposed to have its own little neighborhood here. I decided to try and keep things that were vaguely associated with it nearby. The server farm, I don't think, has a need to be directly connected to it, even though that's not really a thing anymore. But I don't think it ever needed to be directly connected to this. So I still wanted to keep it nearby because it's kind of close in the game option menu. Let's see, where is it? What would it have been under? I think it was education. That's right. And then so Geological Research Center. I believe that's that's not that. No, that's a pharmacy thing. Yeah, Technical University, Medical University. Well, anyways, yeah, Technical University. That's, I don't remember what that is. That's just a company called Switch On. Whatever. Anywho, yeah, the idea was just to keep this kind of stuff, oh, there it is, close by, and make that its own little neighborhood for this one facility. And well, that sort of got away from me. They just kind of came from this direction and that direction, especially with this street here. Oh boy, they're coming in from that away too. Yeah, should probably send this city over to Biffa to see if he can fix the traffic problems. I don't know. Probably doesn't care much, but he's got his own little thing going. Anywho, this was my first attempt at trying to get bigger industries going. Let's see, which one is this? So grind rock. I think that's just metal ore. That's what it is. It's one of the rock facilities, and I think this is another rock one, or ore facility. Yeah, another rock, and then that one is probably oil. Yep, that's oil. So yeah, my first attempt at trying to make some workplaces for these kind folks when they're not going here, and for these guys. And so yeah, finally got into the Large Hadron Collider. As you can see, I'm up to Megalopolis, and the population does not match Megalopolis. That's because I got bored and, well, cheated. Dun dun dun. Oh my gosh, yep, that's coming back. Anyways, this is a whole bunch of industry stuff for more of that. And let's see, I'll get into that just a little bit. Airport. So this is another attempt at trying to make trees look appealing. What happened to all the trees? Well, it looks like they've just become hit and miss. Do they actually die and then just go away? What's going on here? Huh. That's interesting. Oh no, they're like winter dead because it's fall, so they're dying for fall, and then they'll be back in the summer. Let's go ahead and just bump this up a few paces. See if that makes any difference. And this is the hill neighborhood that I'm taking inspiration, where I'm doing that really jank looking ugly thing that I worked on last episode. That's where this is, that same area. So as you can see, I'm doing quite a bit different here, and that is on purpose. We got some forestry going along over here. Oh, this is that intersection that I was telling you about, where my other city, it's just all kinds of yikes, and then this one, it's a little less yikes. So they just go straight on and straight out. Yeah. It almost seems like it works a little better here, but you know, like I said, it's supposed to be different. It's just an exercise in futility, if you will. Which one is this? This is a film actor's mansion, so I kind of gave him his own space out here. Not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but he might just have his own little deal out here. I'm not sure yet. This was where some farmland was originally marked off. That's where I thought I was going to do more farmland. I actually don't remember if it is still there or not. Let's see. Terraforming. Brown, nope. Resource. Turn the white screen back on. Yeah, it's still there. I think it's cleaned up a little bit, but it's still there. But anyways, yeah, so there's that. Turn that back off. So I haven't done anything up there other than this guy. Sorry. I'm still going over here. So up here I have a geothermal power plant, which in Taro Prime, it's kind of over there. Ooh, sun's going to come up here soon, because we are approaching dawn. So yeah, like this whole intro thing has been done at night. It's kind of bright for nighttime, but yeah, I decided to let the day-night cycle go on this just because, well, I've figured out the better moonlight settings, giving it more tension. So just come in here and gone through these different settings here for better moonlight, and you can see Bye Bye Homeless is in there because we all needed that one after 1.1.7 came out, or one of them, whichever, I don't know. Since the last thing, we needed this, so that's been helpful. Anyways, yeah, better moonlight. Just came in, toyed with the settings, and well, made that work out a little bit better. And so yeah, the opening is all been done at night, which is why you've seen some of the parking lot lights and the street lights on. And well, up here on the hill we have a recycling center, a geothermal power plant, thermal. I can say it, I promise. Satellite uplink. So just kind of been keeping these guys out of the way. I don't really think this recycling center should be this far out, but I kind of wanted to keep it, away from the city. I'm not sure if it's doing anything to the groundwater up here. Let me actually check that real quick. Turn that back on. Average ground pollution. So there's no ground pollution going on. Let's see what water pollution. Average water pollution 1%. So it's kind of there, but not really. Which one is water pollution? So terrain color, surface water flow, groundwater deposits. Oh, that's really, really interesting, isn't it? So yeah, it's probably not a good idea to have that be so close to a recycling center. I might redo that sometime in the future, but for right now it's not hurting anybody that I'm aware of. So there's that neighborhood, there's this up here. And I'm just kind of pointing these things out because, well, I've done some variation of them in the other city, and, well, like I said, this is where the inspiration for it came from. Doing a little bit more farmland over here. Another train station. I'm so glad these train stations got fixed. It was really starting to bug me when they just would not, line up or get power or whatever the issue was with them. I think they weren't getting power and water for some reason, and then all of a sudden that just started working again. That, and they would get hung up at the rail yard, and yeah, that was no fun. So yeah, it's another little city or town type deal, dirt roads, and they go to work here in the oil field. So just a really, really small little thing. Another attempt at trying to detail. Still suck really bad at it, but yeah, trying to detail stuff and just lining things with trees. And I think tried to expand on it a little bit over here and all that over here. So yeah, just my skill level is still very, very basic with all that, but I'm trying to work on it. What are you? Paper factory. So you are out there. I think there's some logging things that are right here that are contributing to that. Got the big old diggers here. You make your thingies big enough, these will show up. So that's always fun. And these are just more oil things. I think I just put these out here to get, let's see, to, I think, switch on and pharma. It was these things that I was trying to get let's see, there's one other one. Oh, the chemical plant, that's what it was. The chemical plant required a whole bunch of these guys to be put down, so that's why that's there. And then industrial manufacturing just needs a little over 1,000 cells of industrial put in, so I'm close to that one. Work on that sometime. And let's go on over here. So this is the original penis island. You can see the nutsack is a little bit, bigger, I guess. Here, it's not a neighborhood on this one. It's an actual university. I spent a lot of time trying to figure all this stuff out. This is like really early work, and that's why there's 3 community pools in the same area. But yeah, no, this one, I don't think this one ever changed its shape. It's still kind of looks like one, but it never really changed its shape. And I put it in a hospital and health research institute. So there's that. There's these guys. A little bit of working conditions over here for them. And City Hall. So this, I've noticed that this intersection up here is kind of a similar one in the other city, but this intersection up here gets really, really busy at 5 o'clock, in game time, 5 o'clock and later, and also in the morning it gets really, really busy. But it doesn't do anything down here, and yeah, it's just everyone coming down through that to get into here. And I've noticed that they will come through here and they'll come over to this block. I don't know if they're all trying to get through this or what, but for some reason they like to go all the way through here and then come down through this. Let's see, where's he doing? Just to park there. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. But this whole intersection will just get stupid busy, stupid locked up at times, and a couple of the newer parking lots got introduced in the last update, or last couple updates. One of the two, I don't remember which, but yeah. This is just small ones with the fences taken off, trying to make another shopping center type deal go on here. I experimented with having that big parking structure. Which one is it? Let's see. This guy, this overground parking building. I experimented with having that sit here, but that didn't work out too well, especially on this road. That's just a big bad idea. And also, so that's where this street came from, and was kind of sitting over here for a while, and it just made traffic a nightmare over here. It just, never really worked out. So, yeah, so there's that, and high school, elementary school, small neighborhoods, airport. Finally gotten into the airport stuff. Barely. What the monkey? No. Wow. Okay. Gotta fix that up a little bit. Wow. What the heck? Why can't I get... Okay, let's fix this up real quick, because that's just, wow. I don't even know why it was doing that. That's really, really strange. So, yeah. I'm slowly getting used to move it. If you can't tell. And it's sundown here in Winchristie. So that plane, wow. Plane is just having a good old time, isn't it? And this is supposed to just be like office stuff. I think this guy's a little tall for this area, but whatever. It's supposed to be office buildings or, business commuters, that sort of mindset. And just a whole bunch of stuff over here for him. I don't remember why I put this in here, but I guess it was just to have it. And then one of the other recent additions is the landfill, which from the highway, you can't tell is there, is a hill. Oh. not really supposed to be using it that way. It's supposed to be for, you know, when police officers or ambulances, they get stuck going this way for whatever reason, and they have an area to turn around. Well, yeah, like, so it was specifically for things like this. So, yeah, he will need somewhere to turn around, or somebody will wait for an ambulance. But yeah, they would need a place to turn around, so that's why I put the little gap there. In real life, you would see a whole bunch of these, well, not really a whole bunch, you'd see them every now and then kind of spaced out like that. And in City Skylines 1, I could tell the game that this is only for police officers and medical and fire, not anybody and everybody. But whatever. Got more traffic jam going on there. It's 8 p.m. in City Skylines time, so ooh boy, we got quite the traffic jam going here again. Anyways, yeah, so that's fun. But anyway, yeah, I decided to do another recycling center. There was a whole bunch of trash complaints, especially I think over here somewhere there was a bunch of trash complaints. They were somewhere, but they're gone now because that's been put in. And what are you? Disease Control Center. Fun. And fuel plant. Ground earth. That's another special facility that you get unlocked here. Yeah, one of these guys. So yeah, fun times. This is a random college that this one's kind of responsible for me putting it out there in the other city. Just like, oh, seems like a good idea. It'll have a nice hill backdrop and all this stuff, and then I just never did anything with it. So I don't know if I'll ever do anything with it. I might, but this is the reason that is in there. But yeah, this is my testing grounds, and as you can see, we're approaching 67,000. Getting traffic jams, and yeah, it just demand meters out of whack, and all this stuff. I hope that's something that gets resolved soon. The demand meter. I've tried to remedy it with the tax stuff, and it doesn't seem to make any difference with the taxes. They can be 0%, 1%, 8%, doesn't matter. It's they're the low density and medium density are just not coming back yet, so don't know what the deal is with that. But yeah, like I said, I just kind of wanted to do something a little bit different today. I think I'll just go ahead and jump into my other city real quick and just do a few things there. See how the realistic trips affects that. And yeah, I will see you guys in just a moment. And we're back to Terra Prime. So yeah, as you can see, I really do have a long ways to go with this city compared to my testing grounds. I'm only at 33,000 population here, and it does show. If you remember this exact intersection here, there's a whole bunch of, you know, elevated sidewalks and all that good stuff, and trees. Well, this stuff wasn't over there. That one, I think, it was the Botanical Center that's sitting over here in this corner. Right now, it's a high school in this one. So yeah, it's quite a bit different here, and again, that is partially by purpose and design. I don't really want to repeat everything that I'm doing in the other city. but sometimes I stumble across some ideas that I enjoy, and well, I just choose to implement them here. Let's see, let's go ahead and bump the speed up to 2 for now. Let this pick up pace. At least I have some kind of demand for residential on all 3 tiers here, so that's always nice. However, I don't have anything going on in that little island out there. That one where I started off last time, all this being like commercial and the shopping center and all that. This little peninsula out here, that is actually, the ground underneath this water is flattened. It's probably, I don't know, a line or two below the surface. It's very, very shallow through here, and there's nothing on that island either. But yeah, all of that is, obviously missing here, and that's a construction project that I may or may not undertake on this city because, well, this map is just, it being all hills, like, with the other city, I just kind of threw my hands up and said, screw it. I just started building whatever I could. Ooh, here we go with the sun again. Started building whatever I could with what I was given, and I imagine that's kind of what most people do when they are on hilly terrain. They just kind of flatten what they need and just go from there and build on what they can. And I don't know, I feel like for some reason I'm struggling with this one. It clearly shows. I'm 29 episodes in, and this is as far as I've gotten with the city that my YouTube channel is based around. So there's not a lot to show for it. It's really, really disappointing, honestly. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I think next episode I'm going to start anew. We're going to do a different map, and we're going to do a little bit better. We're not going to do as many hills, and hopefully things will just kind of go a little bit smoother and will be a little bit more entertaining. But yeah, I wanted to compare and contrast my progress with the other one, and I'm only on milestone 12 here, large city. These clearly have a long way to go with Megalopolis. I think, what did I do with the other one? I think I had, I think I was to Metropolis on the other one, and then I just kind of said screw it and just cheated through the other 5 here and just got all the other stuff. And these development points, they do add up accordingly, so that's always nice. The expansion permits, they add up accordingly as well. So yeah, as you get through here, well, yeah, you can see just right there, they all will be there eventually. But yeah, the experience points is what really gets you from one place to the next, and yeah, it's just I think it's really come down to just the hilly terrain of this area, and I don't know, for some reason it messes with me so bad that I can't really focus on anything in one particular episode, so you never see a whole bunch of progress, and I'm terribly sorry for that. So yeah, I'm just going to, I will probably come back to this one, but I think I'm just going to try and power through some of the building on this, because it's supposed to be a different take on Winchristie, Like sometimes when this one has no demand, Winchristie has a whole bunch, and then vice versa. You saw the other city just didn't have any demand for residential whatsoever, and then it's actually doing that with commercial right now. It doesn't want any commercial. Ooh, ground pollution. So these garbage piling up. This is what I was talking about with Winchristie, where I put in the landfill way out yonder. Yeah, that's why it was things like this is where the garbage was piling up. Anywho, that all being said, I'm going to leave it here. And the next episode, we're going to go to Centauri Prime. It's going to be another Prime city. It's going to be my third Prime city. And the map is a custom map, so it's one that was made by me, and we're going to see how well things turn out on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it here for now, and thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the little tour of the other city for what it's worth, and just I'm sorry that this one didn't get further along. It's God, yeah, it's a mess. It really is just a mess. So yeah, I will leave it there. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I will see you next time.